Welcome to the Deep Dive.
Great to be here.
Today, we're jumping straight into the first page of Atomic Habits.
Right.
And our mission, really, is to unpack that core idea the author presents right away.
Which is?
That, big change doesn't always come from these massive, heroic efforts.
It's more about the small stuff, the tiny habits done over and over.
Exactly. And the way he introduces this,
Mhm.
it's powerful.
Yeah, he doesn't start with theory. He starts with, well, a bang. Almost literally.
He really does.
Yeah.
This personal story from high school, a baseball accident.
It sounds horrific. A bat to the face, shattered nose, cracked skull. He mentions it nearly killed him.
It really sets a dramatic scene. You immediately understand this wasn't trivial. It led to a long recovery.
A really long road back. And that's kind of the point, isn't it? What happened during that recovery?
Precisely. He makes it super clear that getting better wasn't like one single event or breakthrough.
No overnight miracle.
Right. It was a result of all these small, seemingly insignificant improvements day after day,
Adding up over time.
which eventually led to, well, a full recovery and getting back to baseball, even reaching a high level.
So what is it about those tiny improvements? Why are they often more powerful than, say, trying to make one giant leap?
Well, I think part of it is what you just said. They add up. It's that compounding effect.
Like interest in a bank account, almost.
Well,
Each little bit builds on the last.
yeah, and maybe it's also less intimidating. A huge change can feel overwhelming, easy to fail at.
Whereas a tiny step, like just doing one push-up, it's hard not to do it. It reduces that friction.
Makes sense. So this really intense personal experience wasn't just a dramatic story to open with.
No, it clearly formed the bedrock of his whole philosophy.
He lived it. He saw firsthand that recovery, that progress came from those small, consistent actions.
It's not just theory he read somewhere. It came from, well, rock bottom practically.
And connecting that to the bigger idea in the book,
Hmm.
it really challenges how we often think about self-improvement, doesn't it?
Totally. We're often looking for that quick fix, that silver bullet, the, 30-day shred or whatever.
We want big results, fast.
But his experience suggests maybe the more reliable path, the more sustainable one, is slower, smaller steps.
Why do you think we resist that sometimes? That idea of slow, incremental progress?
Yeah.
Is it just impatience?
Probably partly impatience, yeah. And maybe we just underestimate the power of compounding, like you said.
Those tiny actions,
Yeah.
they don't feel like much day to day. It's easy to think, what's the point?
Right. You don't see the immediate payoff, so you dismiss it. But his story is like Exhibit A, that even from a really bad place.
Yeah, a really bad place.
Sustained progress is built on just showing up and doing the small things consistently. It's the long game.
Okay, so bringing this back to you, listening right now, what's the takeaway just from this opening?
It's maybe shifting your perspective a bit, realizing lasting change might not need some huge life-altering decision today.
It's more about the small promises you keep to yourself, repeating those tiny actions.
Even when the results aren't obvious yet.
Think about it. If someone can recover from that kind of injury through small, consistent steps.
What could you achieve by applying that same idea
Yeah.
to your health, your work, your learning, anything really?
Consider those things you do every day anyway, almost without thinking. Brushing your teeth, maybe making coffee.
Yeah, or like the author suggests later, maybe it's adding something tiny, a couple of push-ups, writing one sentence, reading one page.
Things that seem almost trivial on their own.
But the whole point he's making right from page 1 is that it's the repetition, the consistency that unlocks their power, that compounding magic.
So here's something to maybe reflect on today.
Yeah.
What's one tiny habit, something almost laughably small, that you could start doing?
Something that points you, even slightly, in the direction you want to go.
And then just imagine sticking with that day in, day out, for weeks, months.
Years.
Where could that lead? Could those tiny atomic changes, as he calls them, actually result in a pretty massive transformation down the line? It's a powerful thought to leave you with, sparked right there on the first page by a truly life-changing event.
Definitely food for thought.